So, what is your strategy? You wake up tomorrow and the landowner of your hunting property is dead. You no longer have access to hunt that property. You see, I've experienced this scenario about 2 years ago. Very unfortunate circumstance. The landowner had an underlying health condition. Unfortunately, he had a heart attack. But fortunately, he's with the Lord. Not sure what's going to happen with the property. I think the family's going to sell it. They all live in other states. So I lost access to a property. In one way or another, this happens to everyone somewhere along the line. You're going to lose access to a spot you used to be able to hunt. Some reasons you can lose access: the landowner sells his land, or changes their mind about letting people hunt. Someone ruins it by doing something stupid. You used to have a handshake deal with someone and then they want money now. It's going to be a hunting lease. You can't afford to pay for that. I had a weird scenario once where the farmer built a disc golf course and kind of turned his farm into a disc golfing course. Didn't really want anyone hunting around that. So yeah, it's a lot of different reasons you can lose access. If you got any interesting reasons of losing your hunting access, comment on this video. I'd love to hear the stories of it. I've lost 3/4 of my hunting properties that I've had access to. So what do we do about that? So basically, you can't have your eggs all in one basket. Diversification of your hunting property portfolio is the most important thing. Even on public land, you see changes that are going to affect your hunting. Things like fires will affect where you can hunt. I had a buddy who spent a lot of time in one area and learned the deer there and had some target bucks, and this past year it burned down, and so they closed access to it. I had one spot that I'd like to hunt a lot, and they put a new recreation trail through the area. And so there's things that you cannot control that happen, whether you're on private or public, that will affect your hunting. So my strategy involves a meshing of both private and public land and utilizing the ebbs and flows of deer movement depending on the time of the year and how much pressure there is. Now this can vary in other states and other areas with more hunter density or less hunter density. So what works for me might not work for you. Early season, I'm going to hunt general public. So these are places that are not hammered as hard until gun season hits. So I'll typically hunt general public into gun season, probably hunt the first 2 weeks of gun season. An exception to that will be the rut. Typically I hunt public during the rut, and I also go into my private spot during the rut. But once your second week of gun season comes to a close, a lot of the deer on the general public are going to be pushing off for refuge onto some of these smaller private parcels that people don't really hunt. I've seen it first person. My parents live nearby, and I've seen a lot of the deer that I was hunting on public moving on to the private. So once that hits, I'm either sticking completely to private, or I'm going to a lot of archery only spots that don't really get hunted very much, or just get really deep into certain archery spots that have pretty good cover for the deer and good browse for late season. But yeah, that's generally my strategy as far as that goes. Always learning, always refining. So I made this video about a year ago, and about 4 days after I made this video, I lost access to my honey hole on private land. My one consistent spot I always had, I could rely on if I wasn't killing deer. The guy ended up selling his farm and no longer had access. So good thing I made a plan. But big announcement here, guys. Season 3, Dazzy Dallas Hunts. The 2023 season was the best season that I've ever had. I told you all that I'm going to take my time with publishing these because I want to give you the best possible content and give you the most consistent publishing schedule. And I've been working hard. It's currently June 18th when I'm recording this. And the last 3-4 months I've been editing a lot. So the videos that have recently been published the last couple weeks, and then these season 3 of Dazzy Dallas Hunts. I just kind of worked on them all in this 3-month time frame. So heads up, season 3 Dazzy Dallas Hunts dropping Sunday 7 p.m. It is the best season I've ever hunted. I only had public land to hunt on. I did have one private land spot, but it just never worked out with the landowner, and he was doing work on his property and all that stuff. So it was all public. It was all self-filmed. A lot of deer I killed, and there are musket kills, revolver kills, close quarters longbow kill with intense footage of the deer going down, couple compound kills, and there's a surprise at the very end, something that I've been working very hard for, something I've been hunting for a couple years now. And if you subscribe to my channel, you probably can guess what animal this is that I finally made it happen on, but I'm not gonna spill the beans on that yet. So but to all my subscribers who've been waiting for these videos, thank you guys for being patient. It means a ton, and I'm just so blessed to have a loyal fan base that I do, man. You know, if there's one person out there who likes watching my videos, I'm gonna keep posting them. You know, it doesn't matter about the subscriber numbers. You know, I have a full-time job. I work 40-hour weeks, and you know, that's how it is, and it takes time to do these videos. So, but you guys make it worth it, and I appreciate you guys. And remember, execution over excuses. Season 3, episode 1, dropping Sunday of next week. Why am I drawing a blank here? At 7 p.m. So be ready.
A little longer, like to kick it in the thickets with the crickets in the crowd, and whitetail shooting, never missing like his granddad. Feel the freezer, stack it up.